Yes, welcome to Multi-Net Design. We are about concluding our tutorial on Revit tutorial complete package. So in this series, we are going to create a site plan that will reflect some of the annotation and every other concluding aspect of design that used to affect architects. So please kindly subscribe to our channels, like our videos, at the same time share with us, most especially press notification button, so that by the time, because we are actually making video on daily basis, by the time we make the next project, so you'll be able to understand, because the next project is going to be an high-rise building, so there's all the techniques and everything will be explained there. So here, please subscribe so that we get you informed the moment we start the project. Now here we want to create a site plan, and the first thing we need to do is to duplicate this particular site, because the reason why is that the cutoff level of this is higher above the head roof. So something similar to the sky, you'll be able to see everything. So what you do here is to right click, and your right click say duplicate view. You can duplicate because there's no detailing here, just say duplicate. So here you rename this to site plan. Just put, after the copy one, just put plan. Good. So here now, most of this I may not need them, but the roof conclusion is not part of what I needed here. So click on this and hide it. Hide the elements. So hide the particular element. So what you need to do is to go to your view, because you want to cut it. I want to cut it according to what I'm seeing in the building. So go to your view, click on view range, check view range, possible for you. Good. So you look at this particular level is higher, well high enough. So you don't want that particular thing to be of such height. So you take it to something like 2100. Now this space again, bring it to 2100 or something lower, like 2000. Then this particular place of level below, you bring it to 0, and you say foundation cut level, you can bring that to 0 as well. So here you say apply. What do you see? Every other aspect is being cut off, so remain the fully floor plan. So this will allow you to design your site the way it's being suited. So what we want to do here now is to do, the first is to start annotating them, because all the graphic parts we use only this point we want to be seen there. So here you use line. A plot of line is what you need, like this. So you click and draw it. So how many is the plot of land? Let's say, okay, we are using Lagos standard, which is 18 meter by 36 meter. Lagos standard, 18 meter by 36 meters. A lot in Nigeria use 30 by 15. Yes, 30 meter by 15 meter as their. So 18 meter by 36 meter is what we are using here. So we have it. I want to do something here. I'll make it more easy because I want it to slant. I want to show how to dimension a slantly site for you to see. So click here, arrange it. You can decide to say, okay, group it and call it site line. So let it be grouped, so that when you are sifting it, everything is going to be sifted all together. The reason is that your parallel references, your references line to the building, you need to be take note of, which is 3 meter offset. So that will be taken care of. So by the time you're adjusting it, you don't need to using it. So every other thing will take place in them. So that is it. So you take this one, say move, but I just want it to be an accurate something 61. So I have what? No, something is wrong with it. Anyway, don't bother, just select your dimension and let it hit. Now picking reference line individual for now. Okay, selecting the video. Good, so that has moved. The same thing at the back, the offset from the back as well. You put it, let it be of the same size. So when you adjust it to your fair level, so move it and you say 43, that 43 that left, say okay, you don't bother, everything has been shifted. It's because it's actually, can you see, the reason is because of the group. If we create a group that will group everything together, so it's definitely affecting everything. So that aspect is being done. The concluding part now is that how we are going to orientate and design this particular. So what you need to do, just do edit on group width temporarily. Later you come to the group part. So we want to start a thick lines. What is it called? What I mean is that a block wall size that we recognize by this particular site. So what you do is that you use annotation, or first you use this particular offset. This is the midpoint references. So what you create is that you create the level of wall. At the middle you say 112.5. So this one will be average of 225 block wall. That is 90 size wall, block wall. So you click and say good. Let it go around like that. Make them to go all around and around. So this particular one, you've done that. When you want to rotate your gate, you put it there. So the next thing to do is to select this middle line. Are you getting it? Select them all like this. I say change, demolish, because I want them to be a broken line. I don't want them to have the same completing aspect of this. So as you've done that, what you now need to create is to create a beacon line. Beacon numbers. So what you create here is your rectangular elements where you put your beacon number that's recognized by software. So you make it a normal size table, like say, let's say okay, 450 by 450. Okay, so you adjust this. So here now you copy what you are seeing in the sketch mode. Copy to every place, and this can be found, so you have your beacon at the right place. So change this particular one or delete it, because I think it's a double line. So delete that and change the second one to wood. So you have this beacon in the place now. So as you've done this, the next thing to do is to create your entrance. So as you want to create the entrance, what you create is to click on the line, say create similar. Your gate start for somewhere here, remember. So just do what's the size of your gate, like 3600 mm. So offset this, right, 3600. Good. That is the part we gate will be following. So here now you break this line so that you'll be able to have your entrance. Leave the reference line with inside, because that aspect is being known for the reference that is where the site pass through. So you leave it that way. Good. So here now, I don't know what happened. Okay, extend this back. Assume that I trim it, instead of doing trim extents. So as you are having it, you place your opening right from here. Good. So what you do is to use the same line, click, check the middle, or you let one bigger than the other, depends on the type of gate you want to create. So you can create your gate and use any style, any pattern that suits you. So you have your gates being designed here. So what we do here now is to create car park, or before then let us create a grasses part. We're still going to be using Annotate to do all those things. So click on Annotate, go to your filling region, click on fill region. Now start doing something successful by doing, let's say we have to limiter here, let's just use like 700 offset from the fence to inside where we want to create our good. Okay, so as you've done that, click this aspect again and click 0, so that I start picking the point for. Okay, take your time and watch this video. Subscribe to our channel so that more video of it will be sent to you. Site plan is not something easy to do, but it's best concluding aspect of what architecture. When I was in school, I don't like doing site plan because of the little nitty-gritty that accomplishes it. But later on I find it that okay, it's the hope of an architect, because anytime a building approval want to be done, the site plan need to be properly placed. So you say continue, yes, continue it, because there's some lacuna around here. So you click finish. So here you change the style. This is solid black. I don't want solid black. I just want it to be changed to something that okay, I can be proud of. I just want to use Orthodox plus Ashen. The color I would like to change it to something like red, green. Increase it a bit. So okay, you can do the same thing or a background color pattern whatsoever. So I don't do background for now. So do you see what you have done? This is the color. So I don't want this type of color, this type of ash. So click on it. You can duplicate it if you don't want, or you do something that is more attractive. And by say okay, fill the pattern, delete the pattern, duplicate the pattern, let's duplicate that and put it there too. This one will be a little bit closed. Good. So you can still edit as much as you want. It's still like a little bit bigger for me, for my own liking. So I want to edit it. Edit something like 1 meter. And I want it more close. Say okay. You see now, a little bit close. so you can, if you are seeing it from distance, you see something bigger. Now let us create a little bit of roundabout at this space. Just do your site the way that pleases you. Create similar, bring, are you getting it? So you just address your sites and bring something pumping and useful to the conclusion. So click on finish. This one is totally black, I don't want that. What I do, I select, finished. So I did this one, duplicate it. I don't want this particular, so I want something like this. Something like this in what? In duplicating form. Okay, what does it say? So duplicate this particular, so rename it. It's not giving me what I want. Okay, it has been duplicated. Now I edit it. I still want it a little bit close. Then a little bit close. At this point, so you do the same thing. You click. Okay. Good. So I want to use line to bring more details around this. Click on line. Then offset it by, let's say, 150. Okay, do the same thing again. Do the same thing. So this particular thing can be used for fortune. Fontaine in the last. Whenever you are doing your software, so you can put fontaine here and let it be accessible. So now let's conclude by putting parking space into here. So the car park at this point. So anything you do will make you to adjust your design a bit. So car park, as a sparse 3, the size of let's say 3 meter. The width of car, at least, let's say, okay, they have like 4 cars here. So adjust this, move. So if they drive around, move close to the other side, so they can drive and driving. So now we want to arch this, the whole building section. So click here, say annotate again. Annotate, click on the region, then select your building space anywhere the building is attached to. Select them all. So as you've done that, site plan is not an easy thing to do, but the beauty of it is that the moment it's being created, it relieves you a lot of headache in your architectural design. So what you do here is to click on this and you change it to diagonal pattern. Say okay, conclusion, fine. So this one has given your design some a little bit aspect of good look. So bring this in, say move. This is your car, bring it here. load it to projects. Anytime you have issue like that, just click on load to project. So copy. So you have 3 car parking in the space. So this is the idea of what you are all talking about. So you select all this. You don't necessarily delete them because what you don't need them here. All these things are not needed here. All these are not needed here. So what you just need to do is to click on say hide the element. Then we go. So click to fit, soon to fit. So you have your site tidy. Now as you have your site tidy, there is something I want to trick, a little bit of trick here, because why? This site need to be what's oriented, landscaping orientation, because this is a portrait. Putting this one in your space of sheet will be a problem. So what you do is that you click on what? On view, click on say review port. On review port, take them all around before you start your dimension. That's why you must do this. So as you do that, as you have done this one, click on rotate. When you click on rotate, you rotate it to something like angle 90 degree. Select it again, click rotate to angle 90 degree. Is going to flip all around. So click there. What do you see? There's an issue. Click here. Something is worrying it. Anyway, so to fit, rotate the view. Are you having an issue with it? Something is worrying. Rotate this video. Okay, don't bother, just leave it that way. The next trick maybe I will explain it better for you to see how far you things. So site plan 1, site plan 2. Why all this site plan is being created? You duplicate as many as site plan as possible. Delete all. Okay. So rotate again. Let's see what happens. Is it locked? Site plan, edit visibility, edit quickly. Okay. So that's what you do for here, and leave it that way. So what we do now is start dimension. So dimension something, you need this particular place to go about it and do your beautiful job. But there are something that I used to do whenever I'm doing the sites, so I don't need to bother myself much with it. So what I just click on the line. Sometimes I use line of this. So this one will give me some accuracy kind of something. So I will just click here. Are you seeing it? It will give me line straight up. You do the same thing all around because it's a site. Are you seeing it? So the one that's in a slant level or diagonal, you have the same orientation. So that's what I do whenever I do my design. So as I've done that, let me just do a little bit of annotation trick by using this, and I write a letter to this place. So same way you have been doing it before. So just write proposed building. Right, proposed building. You are not having it in complete detail here. What you do is to edit this aspect and say duplicate, because you don't edit only that, just duplicate it first. You can call it site or you name it the way you want to do. So you want it more bigger, so I want to use 8. So click on this, so it's bigger now. For it more bigger, put it there like that. So here, adjust it and make it bold. So bold. So okay. So you have that. So most of these things that are disturbing that you are seeing there, you can now hide them. So hide category. They will leave. So like those all those things, you can say select all in that or hide category. So everything that related to them will be disappear. So that's how you work on that aspect too. If you want to create diagonal line from here to here, you can do the same thing the way I refill it to you. Just draw your line, draw it to these points. So before you press just do this, you just press on that temporary dimension that shows the dimension level of that. So adjust it and let it align to by pressing your arrow key so that we align. So you've done that. So you can increase this particular, so duplicate them. So search for text and increase them to something like 5. Conclude. So it's now bigger. So select the same thing all around, and you know the name that you put them. So select and say, and you see it's now bigger, a very big size of what to do. So if you don't want, if you still want more big things, so select like that, because for me that is too small. Put it in the height as well. So you click there and say select boldness, let it be bold. So that is how you do your site plan. You can move this. So that's how you work on site plan. So you can hide as well, hide this particular one. So that's how you work on your sites, and that is the site completion for now. So subscribe to our channel so I give you more